size of dog, from the smallest Boston Terrier to the largest Great Dane. To find out the full services Jensen Kennels offers, check out their website and Facebook page.
Pest technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
If you are self-motivated, accountable, and eager to learn new skills, we'd love to talk to you about a rock star career. Masaba in Vermillion is hiring full and part-time manufacturing positions for the rock industry. Masaba provides comprehensive training in a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art facility. Masaba offers competitive wages, a fun and interesting work environment and culture. Join our team of rock stars. Visit masabainc.com to learn more.
All this week, you can stop in at any one of their 9 Grossenberg locations and check out the new John Deere tractor and Z-Track style mowers during their lawnmower demo week. Grossenberg sales staff will take the time to find the right equipment for your mowing needs. Partner up with Grossenberg Implement and get your butt in the seat this week. Don't miss out on their lawnmower demo week, Monday through Friday at all 9 Grossenberg locations across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming. Grossenberg Implement, serving you since 1937.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything? How to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota
on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and be
start. We offer referral services and fatherhood support by
essential tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
What's your big picture?
To keep the farm in the family.
To pay off the loan.
To start my own operation.
To drive Grandpa's combine. Right, Grandpa?
If owning a successful operation is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has ag experts to help you plan for the future.
To diversify.
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes managing your farm easier at bankeasy.com.
This is what Matterter looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented...
This time of year, the great outdoors are at their greatest. When you get out of the house and into the wilderness, make sure to stop by Cenex along the way. It's the perfect spot to prep for your camping trips, weekend hikes, or even simple joy rides with the windows down and the wind in your hair. Cenex is here to help you get closer to nature, and there's no better time of year to do it than right now. Out and about, powered locally at Cenex.
Midwest Ready Mix Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. Their specialty, 6x6 front discharge mixer trucks that allows for better placement of concrete and ease of use. Midwest Ready Mix Equipment offers an ASV track skid loaders for purchase or rent. Midwest Ready Mix Equipment, East Highway 50, Vermillion.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Booster Club Press Box, proud supporter of Tanager Athletics and the student athlete. It is set for baseball, but name, if you will, for
South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians.
learn new skills, we'd love to talk to you about a rock star career. Masaba in Vermillion is hiring full and part-time manufacturing positions for the rock industry. Masaba provides comprehensive training in a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art facility. Masaba offers competitive wages, a fun and interesting work environment and culture.
9 Grossenburg locations, and check out the new John Deere tractor and Z-Track style mowers during their lawnmower demo week. Grossenburg sales staff will take the time to find the right equipment for your mowing needs. Partner up with Grossenburg Implement and get your butt in the seat this week. Don't miss out on their lawnmower demo week, Monday through Friday at all 9 Grossenburg locations across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming. Grossenburg Implement, serving you since 1937.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than...
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service, and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
Welcome back to Parentis Park as we get you set for this single game for Post 1 as they take on the Faulkton Highmore. They are 3-6. It has been a very inconsistent season, if you will, for Post 1. It's just not playing a whole lot of games because of weather that has played a factor. Also got the Lewis and Clark tournament in early to begin the season, if you will, for the summer season, but then have had a lot of road games. In fact, this is just the second true home game for Post 1 this season. As we mentioned, Post 1 last night was in action, taking on Post 11 in Wagner, where Post 1 got to that first inning. Otherwise, Hayden Christofferson for Post 1 was able to go the distance last night. He allowed 3 hits, no runs, over 7 to pitching. He'll be available once again tomorrow. But as I mentioned earlier here on the pregame show, Tate Haig is going to get the start on the bump for Post 1. Again, a team that is 3-6 on the season. Taking a look at the Hitmen, they are a team that, hasn't played a lot of games so far this season. They come in 5 teams have not played any common opponents so far this season. The base batting second is number 11, Carson Stephenson, playing out in center field. Batting third will be number 4, Miles Bakik, out in right field.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings, and education. Plains Healthy Start, visit Grape.
The crop insurance officer and you want. Nobody delivers.
Right, Grandpa?
If only a...
To teach her how to drive a combine.
Find out how First Bank and Trust makes managing your farm easy.
Welcome back to Parentis Park as we get you set for first pitch and what we see throughout the summer, but we get set for, again, a beautiful day here at Parentis Park. Great to have you along here on Live Ticket TV. Another producer finds himself, don't know if there's any home cooking going on, but did talk the Post 1. Again, a team that comes in 2 straight victories at Parentis Park as game number 2 will be taking on Lennox. That by Tate Haig again for the Hitmen. Number 4, Lane Cotton. The pitcher today, quite like summer, almost maybe the first few days. Mentioned getting that start here in the top of backup guys that could potentially be available. Quiet here and this one high. And now take over to second time. Peterson out of his normal position of playing shortstop, but second 2-1 the count, playing some small ball. Butt is laid down, throw. So Cotton will now step up to bat, the pitcher for the hit. Good themselves at again. Back here at Parentis Park. Now the 1-2 is going to be hit over to second. Throw to first is going to be in time as Herdman. The 2-0. Cotton upstairs for this one. Now the count 3-0 as he tries to find the strike zone here against Carter Hansen. So now 3-1 the count with the 1 away. 3-1. This one is going to be ball 4. He's working pretty quick through his progressions and now can't seem to find the strike zone here. 6 balls, 1 strike. Vermillion no hits, but a runner aboard with Carter Hansen over at first. The 2-0. Thought about swinging. Peterson decides not to, and this one in for a called strike. 2-1 now the count. And now foul ball down the third base line. The count goes to 2-2. First. Yeah, Mrs. Rorick, I heard the game before it went 2.5 hours long. So no? Only one out. Hitmen aren't quite able. Now 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs. And this pitch low. As Moskowitz was patient on that pitch. Now 3-1 the count with 2 outs. Could load it up. Moskowitz could also drive in at least 1. Inning. So the full count, 2 outs. Cotton settles, fires, and this one, it's going to be right off of the first base, and that one will squirt out into right field, and it will bring in 2. It was a single, drives in 2, and post 1 leads it 2-1, which is an official hit here in this bottom of the first. Now Cotton kicks and fires, and this one swing and a miss for Haig as he now steps up to bat. The pitcher is 1 up. 1-1 the count. If we get there, Preister will be up next. And as I say that, the 1-1 popped out into right peak, trying to get to it out in the right field and just could not quite chase up with it in time. And if you look out into deep center, the flag not maybe moving a whole lot, but certainly is very breezy on this Saturday. But makes it for a beautiful day here at Parentis. Grabs just goes to second on the fielder's choice, and that's out number 3. But post 1 leads it 2-1 as we head to the top of the second. That comes up here in just a moment on Live Ticket TV. As we're taking on Lennox after this one, right here at Parentis Park. Post 1 only playing the 1 game here. Is here in the ball game, 17 pitches. As this one is outside, 2-1 the count. Nolan Adams, the second baseman. The 1-1, this one low at the feet, 2-1 now the count. And now 3-1 the count. And now the 1-2, that one tried to frame it up was Connor Peterson, the catch. And the 2-2, this one swing and a miss, gets all 3 outs via the strikeout. And we head to the bottom of the second, where post 1 leads it over the Hitmen. We're back in just a moment on Live Ticket TV. Preister, who has yet to strike out anybody, he has thrown now officially 30 pitches, including 15 of them in the strike zone. Vermillion 7, 8, and 9, the batters, before we return back to the top of the lineup. If we get there, here in the bottom of the second, Tate Hague gave 3 strikeouts there in the top of the second, including 4 batters that he faced. Strike 3. He was surprised by that called strike 3, and now will be Rorig, who will step up. First strikeout for Cotton here of the ball game. Rorig, strike wearing 24 today, supporting the white jerseys. Where's a different one with the red jerseys? The 0-1. This one. And for ball, 1-1. One hop over to the first baseman. Kopetsky easily steps on the bag, and there is now 2 away here in the bottom of the second. So the second inning moving extremely quick here for both teams. It's now Hayden Christopherson going to complete first pitch and swings away. Foul ball headed towards some houses back behind Parentis Park. They see plenty of baseballs throughout the spring and summer seasons. The 0-1. This one high, 1-1 the count. A quiet month of June. Had the Lewis and Clark tournament really to begin the month of June. Otherwise, it was this week that Vermillion finally got back home. And now, back here at Parentis Park, as we begin the top of the third inning, it'll be Herdman to lead things off for the Hitmen. Counts. And this one won't be a strikeout as it's put up in the air. It'll be Robe who calls everybody off for it. Now in center field, he will get it for as Tate Hague getting comfortable there in the first inning, gave up 2 hits and a run. But since there is 1-0 the count. So 1 ball, no 2 away. Wow, I'm way off on my numbers here. To get another strikeout. His 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. And it's 2-1 as we head. Back here at Parentis Park as we get things started off right away with a fly ball out into left field. There's already 1 away for the Hitmen. As that was first pitch by Schenk, he popped. Again, the Hitmen got things going right away in the top of the first inning with 2 hits, eventually driving in 1 run, but have really not gotten anything going since, as Tate Hague really locked in pitching-wise for post 1. Up to just Coyle, 0 for 1 here in the ball game as well, as last time he was up, he struck out swinging, part of the 3 victims of strikeouts swinging today for Hague. And this one, a ground ball. It's going to be just enough in the gap out into right field. As Hayden Christopherson and Moskowitz as now stepping up to bat will be Kopetsky, who has a strikeout here in the ball game. Hague settles on the bump with now a runner on first. Don't be paying attention. Has it covered every single time. And there is 2 away already. So quickly, McPeak, the right fielder, will step up to bat. He also has a strikeout here in the ball game. Pitches this one in. Pearson tries to frame it up. Can't quite do so. And this one a ball. 1-0 the count. Again, Hague not a traditional starting pitcher, but has certainly looked confident on the mound here on this Saturday afternoon. This one is going to be out into center field. 3 outs just like that. It didn't look like Preister was going to catch up to it in time, but able to get to it for third out. And we head to the bottom of the fourth. Post 1 leads it over the Hitmen 2-1. Come back here in just a moment on back here at Parentis Park as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. It will be Haig, Preister, and Rohrig. All 0 for 1 here in the ball game. All due up here in this bottom of the fourth. Post 1. Leading it 2-1 over the... See that throughout the summer? Some will go by a town. Some will go by a town and a post. Some go by a nickname. And for the Hitmen, they usually just go by their nickname, if you will. Has Cotton up to 56 pitches. Haig sees the 1-2, fouls this one off. Head over to the shortstop, Herdman. Last time up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. It's going to be hit over to third. It does go foul, so Haig will do a game action. In fact, the way this one is moving along, both pitchers would be able to finish the game. As we saw all of our 3 runs there in the first inning. Otherwise, really haven't found much offense for either team since. The 1-2, this one is hardly hit. Now the man who just made an outstanding play there to end the top of the fourth, Preister steps up to bat the other right fielder. Again, with this wind, as we see it here at Parentis Park, looking at the Old Glory, microphone blowing right here into the broadcast booth, and it has that feel of early fall, if you will. A high of just 74 degrees. A wind up around 15 to 20 at times, and again just make 0-2 to Preister. Again, Preister last time up struck out. One of the 3 strikeouts here in the ball game for Cotton. The 0-2. Cotton kicks and fires, and this one This one in for a called strike, and Preister can't believe it, as that's the second time now that he has gone down on a strikeout. So mentioned fans, Vermillion, and this post 1 team has not played a whole lot of home games this season, and they, well, won't for their next 3, as they'll be the 3rd down in Elk Point. After that, July 8th, taking on Lennox, before post 1 back home on July 10th, taking on Dakota Valley. The 16U team plays first at 5:30, with the varsity team to follow at 7:30. Otherwise, on the 15th, 17th, and 19th, almost a hurry to get games done there towards the end of that stretch. This one in for a called strike, as the count is 2-2 with 2 outs to Rohrig, who is up to bat. And Rohrig is aboard. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning, Vermillion has their 3rd hit of the ball game. In fact, both teams have 3 hits here in the ball game, with post 1 leading 2-1. So now stepping up to bat will be Hayden Christofferson, including one of the 3 hits for Vermillion. So this inning starting to drag a little bit more for Cotton. Looks over to Rohrig. And now we get an ump who calls time. As Christofferson steps out. Kickoff throw over to second is going to be well in time for out number 3, as Rohrig was just sniped down by Schenk there, the catcher. So we move to the top of the 5th. It's post 1. That leads it over to the Hitmen. We're back in a moment here on a run. Just kidding. It was a joke. Post 1, their third game of the week. A ground ball gets past Haig. Throw over to first, though, is in time. Took a couple hops, including one off the mound, but Moskowitz was able to cover there at shortstop. Excuse me, that was Hansen who threw over to Moskowitz for the Hitmen. His first pitch is away. And the final man in the lineup struck out last time up. This one, swing and a miss. 1-1. This one high. 2-1 the count. Again, Haig up to 50 pitches here in the ball game. The 2-1, this one's going to be fouled off, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes after the baseball. Haven't seen many kids here at the ballpark today, as the under-16 team is also traveling out at the pond today, as they like to call it in Parkston. Could probably call it the pond as well. Does hold some water and snow out in center field. Usually the last, and the dugouts sometimes will flood pretty easily too. This one, ground ball on the 3-2. Second to first for out number 2, as Hayden Christofferson makes a nice play for post 1. So 2 away here in the is 1 of 2 for the Hitmen. Try to make something happen here in the top of the 5th. Pops this one up in the air. It'll be Peterson who calls everybody out. And it's the second time. No, he drops it. He had it in his glove. It looked like it was going to be his second out in foul territory. So 0-1 the count with 2 outs. The 0-1 over to third baseman. Carter Hansen easily gloves it, throws over to first on a rope. We're back in just a moment on Live Ticket TV. Back up once again, Hayden Christofferson will lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th. He was up there in the bottom of the 4th, but Warrig was caught at second stealing, and Christofferson is able to get in for a base hit out into left field. So the very first pitch, so post 1 has 1 aboard as we start things inching out there for the Hitmen. He's trying to go with the distance. So right now, technically would, as he has just 6 outs remaining if you look at Vermillion. And now trying to play small ball, laid down bunt here, throw over to first is going to be in time, but nice job by Mikey Robe to advance in time, as he did a nice job running that one out, as they say. So now stepping up to bat will be Carter Hansen here in the ball game. Actually coming around for one of the 2 runs. In fact, both Hansen boys have both runs here in the ball game. Foul ball, 0-1. Carter also struck out his last time up. The 0-1, this one swing and a miss. 0-2 now the count. A move over to third. Would love to get Hansen at least ground ball. Make some movement here. The 0-2, this one, foul tip. Do it again. This count remains 0-2. You're in the top of the 2nd. Cotton up to 75 pitches that commit to South Dakota State. The 0-2 kicks and fires, and this one's swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Carter Hansen. Has now Connor Peterson, the catcher. Books has been walked and hit by a pitch. So looking to get his official mark in the book today. pitches so far today, really none have gotten by either pitchers, as Peterson has also done a nice job himself. This one low once again, and the count now goes to 2-0 for Cotton, who's up to 70. Conversation to settle in Cotton. Again, 79 pitches, allowed to go 105. Will want to go the distance for the Hitmen as they have another game coming up against one ball game so far. Start at 4 o'clock today. Not even an hour old. Quick conversation on the mound, wasting no time whatsoever. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Runner on second. Baseman off the bag for a moment, but able to get down in time for out number 3. And we head to the top of the 6th. That comes up here in just a moment on Live Ticket TV. Back here at Parentis Park as we move to the top of the 6th. It'll be Stephenson to lead things off, who is 0 for 1 today. Cotton after that, who is 1 of 2 with an RBI. And then Schink, who is 0 for 2. And very first. So Haig has been impressive so far today, as already quickly 1 away just on 1 pitch. As again, now stepping up will be Cotton. He has the lone RBI for the Hitmen here in the ball game. Sees the first pitch. It's given up just that 1 run. It was earned. Walked 1 and struck out 3. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Cotton. As Haig ready to go once again, waiting for Cotton to get settled. The 1-1. This one is going to be fouled off, and it's going to be now 1-2. Hitmen. The 1-2. This one check swing didn't go. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cotton settles back in. 2-2. This one, another check swing there is this way. The full count pitch. This one is going to be ball number 4. So threw a few out of the zone trying to make Cotton chase after it. He doesn't. And it's the second walk now that Haig has given up. And now Peterson and Haig are going to have a quick conversation here for the Hitmen. Conversation over quickly, as it will now be Schick to step up to bat, who is 0 for 2 here in the ball game, including last time up, so the very first pitch. Put it out into left field, up for a ball. Also has to keep his eye over at Cotton at first base now with 1 away here in the top of the 6th. Again, post 1 leading it 2-1. And now, this one up. 2-0 the count as Haig fend the count now 2-1. So that goes just over the dugout at first base. Again, no Spencer Bewley. No Cole Larsh. I'm Heath Nimke all by myself here today, up here in the broadcast booth. A little bit different, but it's been pretty fun bringing you baseball here in this 6th inning. Schick 0 for 3. Coyle, who is 1 of 2 in the ball game, will step up to bat. Cotton still at first base, and now a pickoff attempt over to first. It was a high throw. Haig takes his time with the bump. Now we'll fire in. This one is going to be out into center field, and it's not going to be caught up to in time. It took a deflection off of Robe's glove, and a throw in, and his center field puts runners at the corners. As now stepping up will be the first baseman, Betsky, but we'll have a stop here for just a moment with a conversation on the mound. and you have to believe the conversation is going to be just... Otherwise, Kopetsky is 0 for 2 so far here in the ball game. Here at the top of the 6th. Again, runners on the corners. The Hitmen trying to tie this one up here in the ball game. Conversation over on the mound. It's the second time that Haig has been visited on the mound, earlier by Peterson, which is the reason why they don't have to take Haig out either. There was a second conversation on ball. Carter Hansen can't quite catch up with it as it didn't take the bounce into his hand, and on the single, it will bring in a run, and we are tied at 2 apiece with runners now on first and second here in the top of the 6th inning. McPeak 0 of 2 for himself here in the ball game. This one is going to be low. Haig again started off great here in this inning. Find the strike zone, has struggled a little bit since. Okay. The 1-1. This one popped up foul. Count now goes to 1-2. Hitmen, 2 runs have come across. Runners on first and second. This one is going to be a ground ball over to the shortstop Hansen, who takes the fielder's choice at second, and that's out number 3, but we're tied as we head to the bottom of the 6th. That comes up in a moment. Ooh. Haig gives up his second run in the top of the 6th, and we head to the bottom of the 6th where it's post 1-2, Hitmen 2. And that's just 1 run across. Now, post 1 has not found offense since the bottom of the 2nd inning. Excuse me, bottom of the 1st inning, I apologize, where they got 2 runs there. That has been their only 2 runs of the ball game. First pitch in for a called strike to... On the 0-1, Adams fumbles it for a moment. Throw over to first, not in time, so the error on Adams will get Trey Hansen aboard. And the error, as a leadoff batter aboard for post 1, does have a hit and 2 RBIs here in the ballgame. Can post 1 take advantage of Cotton? This one, swing and a miss there from Moskowitz. 1 the count. In post 1 just looking for a run to force the final 3 outs. Over to second is well off. So Schick, the catcher, is either on the dot getting Rohrig out at second, or the throws over there haven't been anywhere close. 0-2 the count. With now a runner on second. Low. 1-2. Haig, who is 0 for 2, warming up in the circle. 1-2, nobody out. Trey Hansen on second. He does have one of the 2 runs for post 1 here in the ball game. The 2-2, this one called strike number 3, and there is 1 away for the ball game. As now Haig step up, either a hit or some type of ground ball to advance the runner here is needed. Reister, if we get to him, he's struck out twice so far if we avoid the double play. The 1-0, this one is going to be put into play, just what Vermillion needed, because it will advance Trey Hansen over to third, as there's now 2 away to bring in Trey Hansen, standing 9 feet away. Preister, 2 strikeouts for him in the ball game. A hit is important here. It would take the lead for post 1 heading into the top of the 7th. Get aboard, hit by pitch or walk. Or even a hit. This one fouled off, 1-1 the count, 2 outs. Number 3, so Vermillion able to put a runner to third, but not able to come across home plate. And we head to the top of the 7th. We could be looking at extras. We'll see what happens coming up here in just a moment on Live Ticket TV. We head to the top of the 7th, where we'll have a pitching change here for post 1, as it'll be Connor Peterson now coming in to relieve, as Peterson and Haig will just change positions. As Haig will go back to his normal run. In the top of the 6th inning to tie this one up. And now the Hitmen have a chance to take their second lead of the ball game, as again Peterson is up and the first pitch is in for a called strike. And quickly, Connor Peterson is finding the strike zone. 0-2 the count. 5 hits for the Hitmen here in the ball game. In fact, it's been pretty even, if you will. Both have scored 2 runs, as we know. 5 hits. The 0-2, this one in called strike number 3. So Peterson, in relief, comes out and gets the first batter via the strikeout. And now Hennon will step up to bat, who is 0 for 2 here in the ball game. Back in action here. 1-0. Called strike. Again, Hennon, the new pitcher, 0 for 2 for him here in the ball game. Peterson relieving. By the way, let's go over the numbers quickly for Hagen. And struck out 3 through 73 pitches, 48 in the strike zone. Now check swing, call it strike 3 anyways, and there's 2 strikeouts already by Connor Peterson. As now it'll be Herdman, who is 1 of 3 here in the first lead of the ball game. Peterson working quickly, already 1-0 the count, wasting no time, and again already 2 strikeouts for him in the ball game. The 1-0, this one called strike. 1-1. Herdman didn't like the call. And it over to Carter Hansen at third. And it will be 5-3 put out. And that's 1-2-3 in order. As we head to the bottom of the 7th to avoid extras. Can post 1, get a walk-off. That's all. Connor Roehrig to lead things off. He sees the very first pitch hit over to Adams and can't quite get there in time. So 1 away already as we begin the bottom of the 7th. First pitch and out. As Cotton is now up to 94 pitches. Now if we go to extras, we'll certainly see a new pitcher for the Hitmen. This is first pitch in for a called strike. Christopherson 2 of 2 here in the ball game, looking to remain at 1,000 for this Saturday afternoon, trying to get aboard. For post 1. Again, extras waiting in the wings. Now a ground ball catches up to it. Herdman throws over to first in time, and there is 2 away quickly for post 1. So it looks like extras is coming up unless post 1 can get something going. He's officially 0 for 2 in the book. Sees this very first pitch and will foul it off. There is 3 away. So Vermillion goes 1, 2, 3 in order in the bottom of the 7th, and we head to extra innings. Top of the 8th comes up here in just a moment on Live Ticket TV. So far here in the ball game, so on most days it'd feel just like a normal day of baseball. This one has moved quite a bit along as Peterson is on the mound in relief here. Throws the first pitch for a ball. It'll be Stephenson to lead things off. Cotton and Schick all due up here in this top of the 8th. Again, runs in the bottom of the 1st have not found offense really since then. As now 3-0 the count to Stephenson, who is 0 for 2 in the ball game. And now finally finds the strike zone, 3-1 the count. We're back into it. By the way, Cotton has thrown 7 complete innings, up to 98 pitches, and he will be done for the day, it looks like, as the Hitmen do have someone warming up at the moment. And this one, ball 4. So the Hitmen have a runner aboard, the winning run at first. As now stepping up to bat will be Cotton. Cotton a run, a hit, RB. This one is low. So officially Cotton 1 of 2 for his 4th plate appearance today for the Hitmen. Sees this pitch and is going to fly it out into. And the Hitmen take their 2nd lead of the ball game, leading it now 3-2 over post 1 here in extras. A great hit by Cotton out into left center field. And Roborig, neither one, had foul it down the 3rd base line. By the way, Cotton standing at 2nd with nobody out here in the top of the 8th. So Hitmen aren't necessarily done. They could add more to this lead, which now brings also Vermillion down to their final 3 outs in the ball game. They will need to find some type of offense. Again, they have not done so since the bottom of the 1st. Peterson facing his 6th batter here in relief. The 0-2, this one outside, as Haig stays in front of it. Again, the traditional catcher, starting the pitcher for today, going through 6 complete for him. For out number 1, it will advance Cotton, the runner, over to 3rd with 1 away. So Schick officially 0 for 4 today. Is now Coyle will step up to bat. He is 2 of 3. He has been good for the Hitmen today. He'll have another ground ball or a hit here, bringing another run with Cotton at 3rd. The 0-1. This one low and away. 1-1. Vermillion back in action. One of it will throw it over to 1st for out number 2, but more specifically because Peterson knocked it down with his glove and stayed in front of it. He looked over at Cotton to make sure Cotton didn't advance to home. So, as he is 1 of 3 here in the ball game, including an RBI. his last time up to bat. The 1-0 is the one in for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the 8th. Vermillion's going to be down to their final 3 outs here in extra baseball. This one low, 2-1, low, 3-1 now the count. Peterson trying to finish off this inning without giving up any more damage. The 3-1 dishes and fires this one in for a called strike. No ball 4. So put runners now on the corners as McPeak will step up to bat for the hit. Can McPeak find a hit here for the Hitmen? Pitching for a called strike. If McPeak can, bring at least in 1. One check swing. 1-1 the count. Get McPeak up to bat here for the Hitmen. Cotton at third, Kopetsky over at first. 3-2. As the Hitmen add a run here in extras. And now stepping off the mound once again is Peterson. Pearson set, kicks and fires this one up here in just a moment on Live Ticket TV. Here we go. It's the bottom of the 8th. Will be Carter Hansen to lead things off for post 1. Again, post 1 needs at least 1, including 2 strikeouts. It's his 5th plate appearance of the day. By the way, we do see Cotton still pitching right now. Now, stepping up to bat will be Connor Peterson. Cotton, by the way, up to 101 pitches. So Peterson really needs to force Cotton to throw some pitches here to get him out of the ball game. Cotton could finish the ball game. The 0-1 up. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. So again, keeping the eye on Cotton here. 103 pitches for him. He will be able to finish off the batter. Fires this one in. This one right back to Cotton. Throw over to first, and that will be out number 2. And it will be, by the way, I should say, that was the 150 here in the bottom of the 8th as post 1 is down to their final out. Back here at Parentis Park with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Vermillion is playing third base. Come in again to pitch, and it will be Cotton, who was pitching, going over to third. So the simple third for pitching change. For the Hitmen, as Trey Hansen will step up to bat. He is first inning. Eventually coming around for one of the only 2 runs that Post 1 has seen. But Trey Hansen now with the task to keep today alive for Post 1. As Post 1 has led a majority of this game, the Hitmen has now the 0-1, this one low, 1-1 the count. Moskowitz would be up next for Post 1 if we get to him. The 1-1, this one is going to be hit out into left field, and Moskowitz will step up to bat here, keeping the day alive for Post 1. Hit including 2 RBIs here in the ball game. So Moskowitz looking to get another hit for today. Again, he hasn't gotten that hit since the bottom of the first. Relief pitching can be a daunting task, especially here in extras. The 1-0, Moskowitz, ground ball right back to Hannon, throws over to first, and that will do it. The Hitmen come into Vermillion and are able to get the TV fans, as we'll have more Post 1 coverage coming up later on this season, as our next coverage comes up on July 10th against